Hi, my name is Russ Abel, and I serve as the Conference Superintendent for the East and Southeast Districts. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to bring this part of the Extended Cabinet report to you, the part that deals with racism. The Extended Cabinet has a history of speaking out in moments like this. After the tragic events of Charlottesville in 2017, the Extended Cabinet issued a letter titled Speaking Out Against Hate, in which we sought to remind everyone of our call to scriptural holiness and to remind us that our social principles help us speak into these ideals. After the death of George Floyd and others, the Cabinet spoke again. One of the things we want everyone to understand is that the sin of racism in systems and actions is abhorrent, and it is one of our highest priorities to help the church deal with it. To that end, here are some things that the Extended Cabinet offers. One, as I mentioned, we have offered a letter that's on the conference website. We invite you to take the time to read it, pray about it, and share it. Two, the Extended Cabinet has worked to offer opportunities and platforms for people to listen to one another. Watch your district newsletter for more information about those opportunities. Three, there's a new group of Indiana United Methodist advocates and activists who have begun meeting. If you're interested in being a part of that group, contact Reverend Tom Heaton, Associate Director for Mission and Advocacy. Four, watch your districts. Each district has opportunities for learning and conversation. Watch your district newsletter for those opportunities. As the Extended Cabinet, we encourage all United Methodists, in fact, all people, to do the hard and faithful work of examining our own behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs. We call on all United Methodists in Indiana to no longer be satisfied with not being racist, that is, not committing racist acts, and move to being anti-racist, to stand against all racist systems, structures, and acts. Our response as Jesus followers must be personal, communal, and corporate. We must work on ourselves, read, think, dialogue, pray, build relationship with people who are different than you. We must work in our communities, in our churches, with our community partners, to challenge and offer opportunities for others to challenge the systems that tolerate, perpetuate, and accentuate racism. We must work for God and for good, to challenge unfair laws and practices, to not tolerate jokes that we've pretended not to hear, to challenge comments that we've far too long let slide. In his book, How to Be Anti-Racist, Ibram Kendi reminds us that there is no neutral in this work. And so we challenge all of us to not be neutral, to not be lukewarm, as the Apostle John puts it. God has brought this sin into the light. God has put it before us in such a way, friends, that it's impossible to not see it. And so if God has placed this before us, we must not look away. Over the past 40 years, I've been on a journey of sin and grace. God has challenged my actions, the things I did, my attitudes, the way I felt, and my beliefs. The things that sometimes are so deep that I didn't even understand that they were there or how they impacted me. And at each one of those stages, I wanted to rest. Change my actions, I wanted to rest there. Reshaped my attitudes, I wanted to rest there. Examined my beliefs, I wanted to rest there. But each time, God called me deeper. And as I took those faithful steps with God, I found that my relationship with God grew deeper and stronger, and my life and witness looked more and more like Jesus's. In our fight against racism, we challenge everyone to follow the same pattern, to eliminate racist actions, to unlearn racist attitudes, and to do the faithful work of re-examining deep, deep beliefs that shape our lives. Maybe too many of us have been resting on not being racist, and we, the extended cabinet of the Indiana Conference, call on each of us to move beyond not being racist to being anti-racist, to join the work of being anti-racist. And as we do, I believe that God will draw us ever closer to God's side, and our lives and witness will look more and more like Jesus. Brothers and sisters, God has placed this sin before us, and we must not look away.